Good morning, ladies. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy today because I have downloaded what I feel like is going to be a really beautiful live experience for you today. And let's get started. Let's jump right in. So, the first thing I like to do is start off with a radiant mind meditation. So, using the God of your understanding, the name of your source, your creator. And you can also use the word love, love, and source, universe, God, whatever resonates with you. And just getting to a stillness place in your body and just taking in 3 deep inhales all together collectively now and in the future. Again, inhale. Just landing here in this moment. And so the way we do this is raising our hands to the ethers. Dear God, I open my heart to you. In this moment, I'm feeling my heart aperture open. Please come. And now I'm feeling that source energy, God, tingling, entering my fingertips. And it's not that the presence of source is not here, it's that I'm bringing my awareness to it. Source is always with us. We are source. Everything is source. Please come. Fill me with the frequency of presence today. Surrender to the messages and openness to having the love I desire and openness to being the woman, the version of myself that it takes to have that love I desire. Fill me with the frequency. And micro attuning into how each of your fingertips feel. It's interesting. Sometimes I'll feel like this throb of energy coming in, and then once I bring my awareness to all of my fingertips, I start to feel that energy come down into my hands and really allowing yourself to fill up with that frequency. Everything we said, it has a right? And there's a tuning to that, and we are tuning to that frequency, and we are trusting that our body knows exactly this frequency. We speak it, it knows what to create. Filling up with that now. I feel like I can feel this energy bubble getting bigger, or sometimes it's like more dense, not necessarily heavy, but I can feel a density as the energy fills up. And now you want to bring your hands down onto your lap into receiving mode. And now all that you filled up in your beautiful hands, your fingers, you now allow to absorb and penetrate down into your wrists, into your forearms, elbows, biceps, triceps, shoulders, and into your heart. And then spreading that energy frequency all around your body. It's like you're filling up. I can feel that frequency go to my little toe. Now I feel it spreading all over my feet and coming up. I feel that frequency coming from my hands, filling up into my neck and my head from my heart, filling up my arms, my breasts, my torso, my womb, my stomach, all my organs. I am becoming the frequency. I can feel the change. Feel it now. And thanking the universe, flipping your hands over onto your lap. Thank you. Thank you, God, for filling me with this openness, this surrender, this awareness. Thank you so much. Just allow a smile to come across your face. Feel the insides of your body, your organs, your cells. Everything gets a big smile, an energetic smile. Just thank you. I love this frequency. It feels so good. And so it is. Now bringing yourself back into the space. And now I just want you to attune to how your body is feeling right now. Feeling that source energy fill you up. How do you feel? Do you feel present with it fully? Something hard to attune to? Just having an awareness of what your experience is in your body, of this awareness. Thank you, self, for communicating that. Oh, now come back to presence into the room. You can open your eyes. It's so good to see everybody. So excited. So, we are going to dive into this reset, the driven woman's reset. This is about creating the relationship that you desire, the relationship of your dreams, receiving the man that is right for you and generating that from the inside. And I want to touch a little bit on what brought me to this work. For some of you that know, um, thank you for your patience in hearing some of these stories again. And for those that don't know, I want you to know that these stories that I share with you are coming from a healed place within myself. These are stories that they don't make me cry anymore. They used to. I used to be a victim of looping these stories. I used to suffer with the pain body from these experiences, and no more does that happen. There are other things that have arisen that I've noticed that I still get to work on. Um, so one of them, well, so first, one side of the coin is being comfortable in my femininity, in my sexuality, and being comfortable in sharing that aspect of myself with my partner. So important, and it's so special to be able to have the experience of healing and getting to the other side from such a painful dark place of sexual abuse, of the trauma. I was raped over a period of a year by a man that lived down the street. I was 14, and my parents, they thought he was in high school, which I don't understand how they would think that. As a parent myself now, and knowing the difference between what a 14-year-old and a 20-year-old man looks like. Um, and those are parts, aspects of that I had to clean up with my parents. And they weren't easy conversations. And I was also molested by my grandfather on two occasions, once when I was 15 and once when I was 19. And something that I would love for all of you to know is that these stories that I share with you are my scars. I teach from my scars and not my wounds. And I no longer feel the charge and the suffering from the sexual assault and abuse that I experienced when I was younger. No longer is it my yoni, my sexuality, my femininity, and not feeling that I can express that to my partner and out in the world anymore. So I want that for all women, regardless of how your feminine light may have been diminished. Some women experience it through abuse, physical, psychological, sexual, any kind of abuse. And some women will experience that from religion, having parents that really put them in a place of shame and guilt about sexuality, not feeling safe in your feminine around your family, if that was an occurrence for you. You don't necessarily need the abuse of molestation, but when we don't have conversation about sexuality with our kids when they're younger, there tends to be suppression and stifling, oppression of the feminine, healthy, safely budding and blossoming. And so a lot of the yoni work is about resetting the nervous system for self first. So that way you can then go out and share with your partner. It's creating that level of safety. And not every woman wants to go out and do tantra or go to India. Not every woman wants to get involved in the Kama Sutra and, be polyamorous and in a throuple or a swinger. There are so many women on this earth that want a healthy, monogamous, deeply connected, loving, committed relationship. And that's what we are here to activate, to generate, to bring into our feminine space, and to do it from the effortless way, which is through the feminine, which is through awareness of our energy and our light through the filter of woman this lifetime. You have a yoni, you have a vagina, you have a clitoris. This was clearly meant to be, because it is so, the filter, the lens through which you experience life this lifetime, because this is the body that you're in. So it's accepting, right? I'm Mexican, um by heritage, and I was born in America, and I can't change that. I can't change that I'm a woman. And so I accept it. I accept that there's a lot that comes with being a woman. And one of the two biggest things, responsibilities, I would say, that come with being a woman is, number one, accepting that I have a menstrual cycle this lifetime. And number two is accepting that I am the first domino of emotionality, of vulnerability, of connection, of communication this lifetime, because I am a woman. Just by being a woman, I am the first domino. It's on me to be the one emotionally to go down first, always. It is not to be expected of a man to do that. His job is single point of focus, solving problems, protecting, providing. And our job as women is to be vulnerable and to open up and to share and to ask for what we want and to challenge him to be the best man that he can be. We don't have lions, tigers, and bears roaming around that men need to keep us safe from. And so the modern day lions, tigers, bears, dragons that men protect us from is from themselves. It's from their ego, from their inner dragon when they get set off and upset. If they find that stillness, they align themselves and they come to presence with us and communicate with us. That's what healthy man does. And that's what we're calling into the experience. So whether you already have a man or you're calling in your man, it's still the same practice of being focused on the relationship that you want to have with this man. It's all the same thing. You're going to hear me saying that a lot. And if you uh, join me to work with me, you're going to hear me say this a lot, because it is all the same thing. The same way that we manifest a man is the same way that you manifest a job, is the same way that you manifest money, is the same way that you manifest amazing experiences in your life. It's all the same thing. Here, we're doing relationship, masculine, feminine work. And a lot of this work is based on self. It's a lot of self work because you want the relationship that you want. And yes, you can have it, but it's going to take you and require you to be the woman that you want to be, to attract that man, to keep that man, to sustain that relationship with him. And so, by us doing the inner work, we are coming from our masculine in a healthy, functional way that supports relationship. And we are coming from a healthy feminine that supports relationship. Most women these days are very successful in their business, and their masculine work, raising the kids, taking care of the house. They may struggle with it, but they're accomplishing it. They may be exhausted and overwhelmed, but they're still doing it, right? How do we do it then without the overwhelm, without the exhaustion? How do we have that rich, blessed life and come from our feminine and have it be the easiest way possible to create that rich, blessed life? And it is through what I call equilibrium, which is the tandem use of your masculine and feminine polarity and the ability to toggle in between either polarity at any given moment that you need to tap into the energy. It's being able to toggle more with more discernment, with more ease, with more grace. It's not so much of a fumble when you're like, ah, okay, I'm met with circumstance. How do I show up? How do I handle this? And we learn how to come from our strong inner masculine that's going to take care of us, that's making sure that we're safe, making sure that we're focused our intentions in the right ways. And with our feminine, we attract and magnetize that which we desire. So, having the relationship we want, that becomes the first commitment. This is actually the first commitment after the realization that you are the first domino. You're really accepting that it's on you to share. When you share vulnerably, you open up a man's heart for him to then connect with his emotions. You become that mirror for that man. So when you say, I feel so disappointed, I had this thing happen at work and my boss was yelling at me and just being very unkind, really pissed me off. I'm so upset about it. I'm feeling really angry. Now, on the inside, instead of him just listening to your woman's story, by adding in the feelings in there, he can now connect to a place within himself. And he goes, oh, all right, because humans are looking for relatability, right? And he's now like, yeah, I remember when my boss yelled at me and I got pissed off. Or, oh, you know, I had someone actually yell at me. It wasn't my boss, but it was someone else. And that really pissed me off. I was upset too. I can completely understand why this made her upset. So he's just there, like, mm-hmm. As opposed to you just saying, oh, stuff went sideways at work and it was just all chaotic and I dropped some things and da da da. Whatever the story is, I don't know, making it up. But whatever it is, he is connecting inside of himself and recognizing within himself what he's feeling mirrored from your story. And so that's a way that we help men access their feelings is by speaking our own. It seems so simple, and it is, but it is not easy. It's not easy to communicate our feelings to a man and to say, hey, I'm feeling so sad. I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling angry about this. And especially when there's unhealed trauma and icky stuff from the past inside of us, we don't feel safe to come to him to be vulnerable, to come to him to say, hey, I feel really sad. I feel really, because maybe actually he's the one that something came up with and why you're feeling sad. Let's do a little meditation. So I want everyone to get comfortable, put your pens down, Set your journal aside. And just get relaxed and comfortable where you're sitting. And close your eyes and take in deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling with an audible ah. Again. One last time, inhaling. And remember, we always want our exhales to be longer than our inhales. And exhale. And now I want you to see a treasure chest appear before you. And as I'm speaking, I want you just to walk around it and notice its color, its texture, its size, its shape. And while you're noticing, I want you to know that we are going to, in just a moment, open the lid to this beautiful treasure chest. And we're going to release and put in any stories, any icky feelings, anything that we feel, anything about relationship. Let's clear the slate right now. You're just going to dump it all in, and then we're going to close the lid to our treasure chest, and we're going to send it off in the universe somewhere to be alchemized. So now that you know what your treasure chest looks like, open the lid to your treasure chest. See it open now. And then taking deep breaths, inhaling, and then on your exhale, I want you to blow out any energy, any particulate, any color from your body that is not the relationship. That you want. Anything that you need to release, any icky feelings, any judgment that you had about it. It's feeling the charge you have around relationship. Do you think it's going to be easy for you? Do you think it's going to be hard? Do you think you believe that you are going to find the man that's right for you? Do you believe that you can have the marriage that you desire? So just look at any ickiness, any beliefs, and just let it go. If you're having any doubts about your relationship, let that go in. If you're having any doubts about creating the next new one, release those doubts, release fears. And now closing the lid to your treasure chest. And I want you to tune in before you send it anywhere. Tune in to the universe and ask yourself, where does this treasure chest, where does this energy need to go to be alchemized? Is it someplace on this planet Earth? Is it to a volcano, to the bottom of the ocean, sinking in quicksand? Going into a lake, buried in a pyramid, taken deep within the mountains? Does it float off to the ethers? Does it go into a black hole? Where does your treasure chest go? And send it there now. Bless and release that. I bless you. Icky energy, all that I'm releasing, I bless you. Thank you for Thank you for keeping me safe thus far. Thank you for showing me more of who I am and who I am calling myself to be. Thank you. I release you all these feelings. Thank you. Thank you. And now coming back to presence, slowly moving your shoulders and your neck. Come back into the space. And going back to this reset, I want you to tune into the commitment that you have inside of you to having the relationship that you want to have. And does it feel like 100%? Just tune in now. Does it feel like 100%? Like, yes, I'm all in. I'm here. I'm going to do this work. I'm committed to having the relationship that I want to have. That means for some of you, it's ending the relationship, and for others, it's continuing and resetting. And for others of you, you're getting comfortable in your own body, feeling the safety. You have a wonderful marriage. You know you want more. You know you want to share more of your body, yourself with your partner. And so feeling that commitment to the relationship, to do the deeper work, just kind of be with that. Like, how I experience it is I like to look off into the distance and I really be with, yes, I am committed to having what I want and I will have it no matter what. I'm feeling that energy now, so feel it. Yeah. It's interesting how it shows up, right? I can see some, some just rocking, right? Some holding onto their chest, like, yeah. There because of the comfort quality to it, right? I even feel myself is like that commitment to it, because when I feel it, that solidarity, yes. Because even leaving a relationship is being committed to having the relationship that you want to have. When you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So, next step. Actually, you can take the time to write this down, the commitment to the relationship I want to have. That's your first awareness. And the second one is this is this is a big one for a lot of women, especially women that are supremely comfortable and developed in their masculine. And I'm not saying that all women are like this, but I'm saying that a lot of women that have an overfunctioning of the masculine and an underfunctioning of the feminine is emasculating men. And sometimes it's done inadvertently, and sometimes it is done overtly. And the second commitment is I am no longer, ever, never, ever, ever again going to emasculate a man, tear him down. And really feel that. I'm going to love, honor, and respect men. I'm going to hold space for Because by holding that space, that frequency of love, honoring, and respecting all men, you are allowing for the opportunity of respectful, loving men coming into your frequency. And if you already have a partner and he chooses to stay, and you choose to stay together in this relationship, this will magnify his amazingness. It will accentuate it. If you've been wanting it and it hasn't been there and he's the man right for you, you are going to bring this out in him. It's amazing to watch it unfold. Men are they're so receptive. I have a son, and it's so beautiful to have witnessed him in his development as a male this lifetime, because I have learned so much. In fact, back to it's all the same thing again. I use a lot of the tools from my toolbox, polarity tools, with my son. Because it doesn't matter if I'm communicating with my partner or I'm communicating with my son, male species. So all of this works, right? So I don't even emasculate my son. I don't emasculate anybody. And I'm sure there's times that I've done it. And actually, I had a time that with a boyfriend, that I did say something that I deeply regret. And it was one of the last times that I had, if not the last time, that I emasculated a man. So it's all the same thing. Every man we are going to love, honor, and respect. And there's men out there that don't deserve our love, honor, and respect. And we can give them to Source. We can give them to God. You take care of them, God, because I can't this lifetime. I can't right now. The next thing is actively seeing your partner with eyes of love. And this is called, I call this the beginning of the realm of unseen, where women really take this work to that feminine level, which for me, I understand the woman as the creator of life, the birther of life, not the creator, the birther of life. The masculine, feminine, the male, female is the creator of that. Well, okay, so yes, God source. I can see the looks on the faces, even those in the future. Yes, God source is the creator. I'm speaking about the human female, and she is the creator of the baby this lifetime. And with that, in the realm of unseen, having the ability to create this baby in the darkness, right? In the womb, building a life, a full body, a full human with consciousness. It's remarkable. And with that power of being a woman and the reverence and the awe that we need to have for ourselves, feel that now. Feel the awe of the being a woman and being able to create life in your body. And if you haven't been able to have kids and something was amiss, yes, you were supposed to, something went wrong, something happened, but your body was still designed to create a baby, even other women, right? Finding the awe for all women that we came in with this possibility, of birthing. and from the realm of unseen, from that womb space, that is where women can see their man with eyes of love. From that wound space, I can, and if you're not with a partner, you're still generating from that womb space, the realm of unseen, the relationship that you want to have. Seeing your partner with eyes of love is also generating the partner with eyes of love. So, what does that relationship look like? What does it feel like? So, I want all of you right now, whether you're partnered or not, we are focusing in the realm of unseen on the partner that is right for us. It's kind of like seeing a faceless man, right? You're feeling the essence of him because it's not about the man that you want to be with, it's about the energy of the person that's right for you. And so just attuning to that frequency of man right now. It's interesting because I just heard myself go, as I was tuning into the frequency. So just also pay attention to what happens inside of your body when you tune into the frequency of the relationship of the man that's right for you, of seeing this man with eyes of love. I'm feeling that right now. So what I realized was that I felt really relaxed. Like it just made I just instantly felt my body go. So I'm attuned to feeling so comfortable. Mm. Feels so good. Now thank your body for tuning into that. So now the next piece of this is you too. Where are you at with your communication? So are you bickering and fighting with your man? Does that need to cease? Because the next commitment, the next awareness that I'm calling to your attention is that I will not be a brat anymore. I will not be bitchy anymore. I will not play games. I will not withhold my love. I will not retaliate, and I will not use this relationship to dangle over your head like a carrot and threaten it to get what I want. I will not use manipulation tactics. And when you commit to that, that's actually really huge because that means that in times of egoic flare ups, you've got to do the work to either call a timeout or have the communication from a kind, loving, and respectful place. I don't remember who said this, but um, there is no dialogue when one person is unconscious because it then becomes a monologue. There is no point in having any communication. And I mean 0 point to having any communication if either one of you is in an upset whatsoever. You don't want to do it. Call a timeout. And this is something that I love that John and Julie Gottman talk about is calling a timeout and giving a time when you're going to come back to repair, to clean things up. And I think this is one of the fastest pathways to a relationship reset is and it's going to mostly stem from the woman because she's the first domino. you're going to be the one having to assess, um, do I call a timeout? Is he defensive? Am I defensive and being bitchy? I need to call a timeout on myself. And where this comes from, this commitment, where I want you to look inside yourself to generate this feeling from, is it's from a place of I'm not willing to enable you to be this rude, unkind, disrespectful person communicating to me like that. And I'm not willing to let you fire and rile me up inside emotionally. And I'm not willing to allow myself to feel that way. I don't want to feel riled up. I don't want to feel anxiety. I don't want to feel anger. I don't want to feel sadness. I don't want to feel rage at you. So, in order to not feel those things inside myself, like I'm not willing to have a negative, icky feeling experience inside myself, that means I'm not willing to fight and argue with you anymore. Kibosh on all fighting, all bickering. We're done. Can we be done now? Ladies, can we be done? Let's be done. Because this suffering, the loop that we get into as women by not honoring what keeps our nervous system in alignment, grounded, balanced, that is our sole responsibility. It is all on us. So, so now I have decided that I am committed to the relationship I want to have, or number one. Number two, I'm no longer emasculating any man ever again. Will never, ever, ever do it again. I'm gonna love, honor, and respect. Number three, to actively see your partner with eyes of love, to actively visualize the relationship that you want to have. We're literally seeing with eyes of love. I sometimes I do that. Put on my little love goggles and I imagine those little heart-shaped glasses. And when I look through my love goggles, I see a man that is showing up by communicating respectfully and kindly with me when I need him to, taking me out on dates, bringing me flowers because he knows it's important to me. I'm seeing a relationship where we cook together and we laugh, where we can travel and take long road trips and we get along so easily. I see him picking me up and spinning me around. I can feel the romance of that he keeps the romance alive. That's what I'm tuning into with my eyes of love. And so now, what I get to generate by seeing with eyes of love is more of that from my partnership. Because here's the magical thing about doing this work from the realm of unseen, okay? I mean, buckle up, Dorothy. It can move really fast. And sometimes that's a little uncomfortable, but part of being a feminine magical creator this lifetime is being able to move particles in the universe pretty fast. And the way we do that is through the realm of unseen. So, getting into that realm of unseen, visualizing and seeing him, he's either going to do one of two things: he's coming closer or he's going farther away. If it's the partnership that's right for you, your man will continue to come closer and closer and closer and closer by doing this work. If he is not the man right for you, he's going to move farther away. And either that means um a breakup of, where you're leaving him, he leaves you, he just disappears, depending on what stage you're at. um I've seen I've seen men who are, women start doing these meditations, and they've been dating 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden, boom, he just ghosts her, like out of nowhere. And it's like, wait, what? What the hell? I thought things were going so well. And then all of a sudden, you're just a little bit blindsided. Yeah, it does happen. But it's because number one, you're committed to the relationship that you want to have. It's going to come back there again. When you say no, you're actually saying yes to something else. And when we say yes to something, we're saying no to something else. So when I say yes to the relationship I want to have, I'm saying no to all the relationships I don't want to have. So that is magic, because men, you will see, will literally come closer or go farther away. How do you know he's going farther away? Something stupid happens, like you guys do break up, or you get in a fight, he starts arguing all the time, the fights get worse, it gets exacerbated because it's not right. It's like that mirror showing up in your face saying, this isn't right for you. You asked for what's right for you, and now you're getting shown this isn't right for you. So doing this work is, it's simple concepts, but it is not easy. It's what I call tapping into the clit grit. It's like, oh, it's the energy that it takes to push a baby 9 millimeters or 9 centimeters dilated out of your vaginal canal. That's that's the clit grit. Ah! In fact, I think during a reset, a lot of women make that noise to me. Tears, it's a little bit of screaming, but definitely the guttural. Ah! I hear that one a lot, but it's so good, because what does that mean to me? When I hear those sounds, you're getting the relationship you want. That means you're on the pathway to generating it, to clearing it, whatever you need to get it. And this work is a combination of, the reason why I called it self dating and relationships is because it's a combination of all of those, and to some degree is connecting with yourself, dating yourself, making this commitment, having this relationship with yourself. And next, it's the outer world, right? It's having the relationship with a partner that's right for us, and bringing in the polarity awarenesses that we had uh, gotten from working on self. We then get to apply it to relationships. Because once you start to, let's, for example, let's talk about safety in the body. Once you feel safe in your body, you are going to feel safer in relationship with your man. Period. You just feel more comfortable, you feel more grounded, you feel more yourself. And I recently started um I recently started asking women this, which was, you know, tell me tell me how you masturbate, and I'll tell you how your sex life is. Ladies, if you don't take time with your yoni and have long dates with yourself, with your yoni, and have a pleasure practice that includes your whole body, head to toe, I don't know how much you can expect from him, to receive from him, to give your body that kind of attention. Because how can we ask for from somebody else what we cannot ask for and give ourselves? So a lot of this Yoni work is in doing the self practices, because as you get more of that determination, the discipline, the willpower, the click grit to have what you want, to really receive what you desire, you're unstoppable. Because now you get to apply that principle, that energetic work all across the board to your life, because it's all the same thing. Um okay, so I want to go to another thing. So in also no longer tolerating the arguments, the pettiness, the drama, the chaos, we need to focus on the love, right? So not just seeing your partner with eyes of love, but now it's verbalizing out loud. And for ladies who don't have the man in the relationship, it's verbalizing out loud. I want you to say it out loud, even if no one's there. I appreciate that you take out the trash. I appreciate so much that you make such good food for us. I love that I get to go shopping and get the groceries and you make these amazing gourmet meals. I love that you took me out on that date last week. Thank you so much. I had such a wonderful time. Thank you for cleaning the bathroom. Thank you for filling my car with gas. Thank you for putting the kids to bed the other night. Thank you for wiping the counter. Thank you for doing the dishes. Thank you for scheduling my oil change and taking my car in. What are all the ways, the little things, the big things? Thank you for paying those bills you did this month, babe. You know, I don't know if I've thanked you this month or ever, but I was just thinking about it. You have been paying the bills for years. Thank you so much. I'm really feeling that gratitude. Like, oh, I'm so grateful for the man I have in my life to do these amazing things for me. And if you're resetting your relationship and your man is currently not doing those things and haven't done those things in a very long time, then still see him with eyes of love. And I want you to think about the time that he was those things. Think about the times that he did show up and do things that you appreciated. I had this funny story, a client, it was like a few months ago, and she was in a reset and she called me very upset and lots of arguing, bickering, and she was getting out of the loop of bickering and setting boundaries of not fighting anymore. And one of the things they were arguing about was dating. You know, take me out on dates. Why don't you take me out on dates and schedule things and, show up as that real man I need you to be? And he wasn't doing it, wasn't doing it. And she kept resetting and kept standing in the boundary and saying it the thousandth time the way that she said it the first time. Um, and he had a flip and he had a switch. But one of the things that we did was I said, okay, so when was the last time that you had this experience of him taking you out on a date and being supremely in his masculine? When did that happen? She said, oh my God, it was like happened our second year of our relationship and we've already been together for almost 7 years. Like, what the fuck? She was so frustrated. And I said, that's okay. Even though this was like 4 or 5 years ago, it's okay. Let's still hold that vision of him asking you out, being that man that he was 4 years ago, right? Not kidding you. It was like later that night or the next day. I think it might have been the next day. Um, she called me and was like, he did it. He asked me out. And it happened exactly like it did 4 years ago, the way I was visualizing it. This work is amazing. I'll be on the phone with a woman and we're going into the realm of unseen. She's feeling really insecure about her relationship. And we go in and we do a micro meditation. And while we're on the phone, he's texting her, he's calling her. It's wild because we're all connected. We're all on the same grid, and our frequencies do ping out and hit each other, do reach out and affect each other. And that's why it's so important for us to be a grounded so others that we don't want to affect our energy will not. And why it's great to have discernment for those energies that we want to allow into our lives and what we're calling in. Because when we can attune to and say, yes, universe, this is the frequency I'm attracting, this is what I want. Now that name it to claim it, now that you said it, now you're going to get what you want because you've stated it and you're so clear about it. We have to have the clarity. That is, and it's like that with any manifestation, right? We're focused on men here. Applies the same principle to a job, to a whatever. It's all from the realm of unseen. It comes from that clarity inside. What do I want? What do I truly desire? And feeling grateful for what you want to have, the relationship that you want to have. Feeling so, thank you, universe. Thank you. And you can even take it back to like a radiant mind meditation. Dear God, I open my heart to you. Please come. Fill me with the frequency of the relationship that is right for me. This and more. And then receive that relationship frequency. Feel the gratitude. Thank you, universe. Thank you so much for this relationship. I love having this man's arms around me. I love being married to him. I love feeling him late at night. I love crawling into bed with him. I'm so thankful. Thank you, thank you. And then you move on with your day. So it doesn't matter if you have a man or you don't have him currently, you're still focused on the relationship that is right for you all the time. Right? I'm focused on the life I want to have all the time. So there's going to be circumstances are going to pop up, and we get to choose who we're going to be in the face of. Men show up as those circumstances, different men we date, and we come to find, ooh, it's not really in the frequency of what I really want to have. I got to keep micro attuning to it and keep coming back to it when I feel myself warble, get realigned with that relationship. And then the men start showing up more and more and more of what you really want. It's miraculous. It really is. It's beautiful. So I just want you to all tune into yourself right now. And I want you to feel, close your eyes. Yeah, everybody close your eyes. And I want you to tune into how you feel now. Just finding awareness in your body. How does your body feel? How does your heart feel? Your soul? And just noticing and just being with that feeling. And thanking your body for its communication. Thank you, thank you. And now coming back to presence, slowly moving your shoulders and your neck. Come back into the space. So, if you like what you've heard today and you want more of that wisdom, support, guidance, I would love to be your feminine mentor. For right now, I love teaching this, and we have coming up in January. And for those of you that register in the month of December, I am going to give one bonus Yoni session. So instead of, if you buy the month, you'll get a second. If you buy the 3-month package, you'll get a fourth. So bonus session open up for any woman that signs up in December 2025. And I just want to thank all of you so much for being here and for sharing your time with me and for allowing me to pour into you. If you have any questions for me, I can be reached at messages from yoni@gmail.com. And if you would like to join my one-on-one program, please take a look at the link in the chat or the link in the description and come and join Messages from Yoni, the Feminine Compass. I would love, love, love to continue this journey with you and helping you to have the relationship that you want to have and doing it from that feminine space with ease, grace, and pleasure. So, with that, I bid you adieu. Mwah. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Bye now.